Dubai still looks perfect from the outside. The skyline is taller, the city is cleaner, the buildings are more impressive than ever. And online, Dubai still looks like one of the most successful places on earth. It promises luxury, it promises safety, it promises speed, it promises opportunity. And for years, that image worked. Millions of people looked at Dubai and saw the future. A city where ambition could move faster, a city where careers could grow quicker, a city where success looked visible, polished, and close enough to touch. And to be fair, for some people, that dream is real. Dubai has created wealth. It has attracted talent from all over the world. It has built an image few cities can compete with. And it has turned itself into a symbol of modern ambition. But that is only one side of the story. Because the longer people stay, the more they begin to notice something important. Dubai is not just a city you live in. It is a city you have to keep up with. And that changes everything. At first, people arrive excited. Everything feels bigger, brighter, cleaner, and more advanced. The roads look sharper. The buildings feel unreal. The service feels smooth. The energy feels powerful. But after the excitement fades, daily life begins. And daily life is where the real story starts. Because the pressure in Dubai is not always obvious. Sometimes it is financial. Sometimes it is social. Sometimes it is emotional. And sometimes it is all three at the same time. One of the first things many residents feel is the pressure of appearance. Dubai is an intensely visual city. What you drive matters. Where you live matters. Where you eat matters. How you present yourself matters. Even your weekend can start to feel like part of your identity. That does not mean everyone is shallow, but it does mean the city constantly surrounds you with visible success. And when luxury is everywhere, comparison becomes automatic. You may arrive in Dubai to build a better life, but after a while, some people realize they are no longer just working to live well. They are working to look like they are doing well. That pressure can be subtle at first. A nicer apartment, a more expensive neighborhood, a better school, more dinners out, more social expectations. A lifestyle that expands little by little until it becomes normal. And that is where the dream begins to shift. Because even when income goes up, financial peace does not always rise with it. A lot of people move to Dubai expecting freedom. The logic makes sense. No income tax sounds powerful. A better salary sounds exciting. A premium city sounds like a reward. But then reality shows up in monthly form. Rent, transport, food, insurance, school fees, visa-related costs, leisure spending, unexpected bills, and the invisible cost of trying to stay aligned with the environment around you. That is when a new question appears. Not how much am I earning, but how much am I actually keeping? And for many people, the answer feels smaller than expected. That disappointment hits hard because Dubai sells such a strong image of success. People assume that if a city looks premium, life inside it must feel secure. But often, the stress does not disappear. It simply changes shape. Instead of worrying about survival, people worry about maintenance. Instead of chasing basics, they chase stability. Instead of building long-term peace, they keep solving short-term pressure. And after a while, some people begin asking themselves a difficult question. If I am working this hard just to maintain this life, is this really the dream I came for? Then comes another truth many outsiders do not fully understand. Dubai depends heavily on expats. That is part of what made the city so powerful. People from around the world brought labor, ideas, energy, skills, and ambition. But that same structure also creates a quiet emotional tension. For many people, Dubai never feels fully permanent. You can spend years there. You can build routines there. You can create friendships there. You can even raise a family there. and still feel like your place in the city depends on conditions you do not fully control. Your job matters. Your visa matters. Your employer matters. Market changes matter. Personal income matters. And that background uncertainty shapes the way people think. You can live in a polished, impressive, globally admired city and still feel that your life there is conditional. For some residents, that becomes exhausting. Not in one dramatic moment, but slowly. They stop seeing Dubai as home forever. They start seeing it as a phase, a productive phase, a useful phase, a profitable phase. But still a phase. And once that shift happens, everything changes. People stop asking, how do I build my whole life here? They start asking, how long does staying here still make sense? Then there is the pace of the city itself. Dubai is fast, extremely fast. It rewards momentum. It rewards ambition. It rewards flexibility. It rewards people who can move quickly and adapt constantly. For some, that is thrilling. For others, it becomes draining. Because a city can be clean, modern, and efficient, and still not feel emotionally comfortable. Many people eventually realize they are not only measuring the city by opportunity anymore, they are measuring it by how it feels to wake up there every day, how it feels to pay for life there every month, how it feels to imagine 5 more years there, how it feels to build something real in a place that may not fully feel rooted. And this is where the dream becomes complicated. Dubai absolutely works for some people. In fact, it works extremely well for a specific type of person. If you are highly paid, highly adaptable, internationally mobile, career-driven, and comfortable inside a fast, image-conscious global city, Dubai can still be one of the best places in the world for you. But that does not mean it works for everyone. And that is the part the global image hides. Because the myth of Dubai is often presented like universal success, as if anyone who arrives there automatically enters a better life. But no city works that way. Every city rewards a different type of person, a different lifestyle, a different level of income, a different relationship with pressure. Dubai rewards speed. Dubai rewards ambition. Dubai rewards presentation. Dubai rewards people who can handle constant motion. If that matches your personality, the city can feel electric. If it does not, the same city can start to feel overwhelming, expensive, and strangely temporary. So when people leave Dubai, it does not always mean the city failed. Sometimes it simply means the fantasy stopped matching their real life. And that may be the most important truth of all. What is happening now is not always some dramatic collapse. It is something quieter, a recalculation. People are looking at their expenses more seriously. They are looking at their stress more honestly. They are looking at their long-term future more carefully. They are asking harder questions. Can I truly save here? Can I build stability here? Can I raise a family here without constant pressure? Do I feel secure here? Am I creating a future or just maintaining an image inside an expensive system? Once people begin asking those questions, glamour alone is not enough. Because glamour is powerful at the beginning, but it weakens with repetition. At first, Dubai feels like a movie. Later, it feels like a system. And systems are not judged by how beautiful they look from the outside. They are judged by how sustainable they feel from the inside. That is why some people stay and thrive, and why others quietly prepare to leave. Not because Dubai has no value. It clearly does. But because the value of a city depends on what kind of life a person is trying to build. Dubai is still one of the most fascinating places on earth. It is bold. It is global. It is efficient. It is visually unforgettable. But the real question is no longer whether Dubai looks successful. Of course it does. The real question is whether that success turns into a life people can actually sustain. And for a growing number of people, that answer is becoming more complicated. Because the Dubai dream is real, but so is the cost of living inside it. And that may be the biggest reason why more people are no longer asking how to enter Dubai. They are asking when it makes sense to leave.